Some stories linger in the shadows, hoping to surprise me. For me, this was Silver Sparrow by Tayari Jones. This book had quite the promise of brilliance to me, but it did not shine through the way that I would have liked. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Pooja at A Book by the Window. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are reading good. Today I bring to you a very short review of my current read, a book that I finished recently as book number 3 in my 100 books reading challenge this year. Silver Sparrow by Tayari Jones had a lot of promises. For me at least, I have recently finished my first Tayari Jones An American Marriage and I happen to love it a lot. This is why I picked this one up from my local library. Seeing it right in front of my eyes, I couldn't resist. But I found it slightly underwhelming. I found it hard to finish in some ways, and this rarely happens to me. And this book has really good reviews. It also had a star. My library has a star system where if they put a star on a book, it is the library recommended book. So I couldn't help myself checking out this book, but I really did try to like this book, but I could not. Without talking a lot, I'm going to go into my honest opinion, honest thoughts about this book. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Talking about the plot of the book, this is a book about secrets, about family, and the hypocrisy between the various facets of the society. It is also about the messy interaction between love and loyalty. At its heart are two sisters, Dana and Charis, who share the same father but lead very vastly different lives. One is a hidden child while the other is always in spotlight. It is a tale of duality where the weight of the secret threatens to unravel everything. The premise is very captivating, a hidden world slowly brought to light, but the way it unfolds to me, it felt very slow and very underwhelming. Moving on to the writing style of the book. Tayari Jones has a gift of writing prose that feels very lyrical. The descriptions are always very vivid and she has a skill of getting into the head of the characters, especially the overlooked child Dana. There is a rawness in how she captures the feeling of jealousy, yearning and the hunger for validation. But while the writing was beautiful, it sometimes felt like it is lingering for too long, slowing the momentum of the actual story. Before going into the things that did not work for me, I'm gonna touch slightly on what I liked about the book. Despite my disappointment, there were moments that really stood out to me. The way Jones captured the complexity of being a hidden child, Dana's quiet resilience, and her ever-present struggle to carve out her own identity was deeply moving to me. I also liked the vivid description of Atlanta in the 80s. The setting felt like a character of its own, rich with details and authenticity. The father, James, is a very interesting character. Definitely frustrating at times, but one that has layers, and he seems to have a lot of enigma around himself. And Charis's innocent, coupled with her slow discovery of the truth, added a bittersweet touch to the narration. My final thoughts about the book. Despite these trends and despite me wanting to like this book a lot, investing a lot of time into finishing it till the end, I couldn't shake the feeling that the story dragged quite a bit in bits and pieces. I kept waiting for the plot to take off, for the stakes to feel higher, but it never quite got there for me. The pacing also sometimes felt uneven, and a lot of chapters felt like they could have been tighter. I especially did not like the timeline that goes on from one character to different character, and I was invested a lot in Dana's story at first, but then we switches on to Chauri's story, her viewpoint, her point of view, and I just wanted to read more about Dana and get a closure for her feeling, which particularly did not happen for me. I really wanted to like this book. It had all the right elements, but it did not leave the lasting impression that I hoped for. I slightly thought that I am wasting my time midway, but as is the case that I am never able to DNF a particular book, and I gave it another chance, and even when the story ended, it did not quite land on me. That being said, the highlight for me in the book was the premise. I have never read a story like this, and the themes of love and betrayal from the same person that is supposed to bring the best in you sometimes bring the worst in you as well. And this is the theme of the book, the theme that I really enjoyed. I just hope the plot was something different. The theme was right, the writing was right, but I did not like the story. I did not like how it just dragged down and how I did not experience the kind of exposure that I was hoping for. And that's okay. Some books are going to be like that. Don't you agree? With that said, I'm at the end of this review. If you like this video, please like it, share it with your friends and family, and please do subscribe to the channel. I see a lot of you who tune in every single week are not yet subscribed to the channel. It takes no money out of your pocket, but it tells YouTube that this channel is worth subscribing. This channel's content is worth pushing to a larger audience, and if you want to support the channel, that is the best thing that you could do. I'm gonna bring more such honest reviews, quick reviews about the books that I'm reading this year. If you don't already know, I'm trying to read 100 books this year. The video for that is also going to be in the description box below if you haven't watched already. And without yapping a lot, I'm gonna take a leave for today. I will see you guys next time. Until then, happy reading.